Hey guys, it's Frugalnista, and as promised, this is how I store all of my Christmas decor. Now, it's going to be easier for me to do this vlog style because in addition to wanting to show you, I need to put this stuff away. So for the sake of time, what I typically do is start my takedown process by grouping all of my Santas together. I start taking everything down the day my youngest gets back in school. So all the Santas come down, they get kind of put in a corner. I started taking all of the ornaments off the trees. As you can see across the top, I removed all of that. We'll go upstairs real quick. Now you guys didn't get to see up here, but I did have decoration up here, but I started to group everything according to groups. I like to group all of my Christmas accessory by color. So all of those red bulbs and that red ribbon. I have some garland all grouped together. All of my lights. These are family ornaments that were on a tree that I had up here. This tree has been taken down and disassembled, and that wreath. Notice all of my garland is down from the staircase, and I removed all of the ornaments. If I had any on this tree, there was a tree topper here, took that down. And we're going to start with my Santas. Lucky for me, or fortunate for me, I found these 18-gallon totes from Big Lots. I think I paid under $5 for them. I hauled those for you guys. I found 5 of them, and I have all of my Santa collections in this 3, with the exception of one, and I'll show you that one in a minute. Now, this is how I've been storing mine for years, guys. I group them according to what they are. I have a little sign that I put here. So everything in this box is all Santas. You know, I just kind of, put them there nice. Nobody bothers them. This one has Santas and nutcrackers. And that one over there has Santas and nutcrackers. And I seal them up. I try not to overseal because I don't want any corners to get bent or something to fall off. I don't use tissue paper. To me, tissue paper only houses items that get broke anyway. I'm just really careful about where I put these, and nobody puts anything heavy on top of these. So those are all done. Now there's 2 collections down and a couple more to go really quick. All of the Santas and the nutcrackers are housed in these 3 storage bins, with the exception of 2 that are really heavy, and I house those in their original box because I don't want anything to happen to them. And I also have 2 that are housed in these big drum liners. My little mechanical one, I don't want him to get bumped in those boxes, so I leave him out. And my great big guy, I also put him in a drum liner also. Up next are going to be my nativities, housing in these bins. I picked up another one from Big Lots, and I'll show you how I wrap them before they go inside the storage container. Now, what has worked for me, tissue paper only houses broke items. I've done the tissue paper, method before, and to my disappointment, I just find broken glass items in tissue paper. I like to use plastic bags that we pick up from, stores, and I house all of my breakables in that. So I'll show you how I wrap them. This little nativity set I've had for a while is made out of ceramic. I start with one end and roll it. Sometimes I just roll 1 in one bag, but sometimes I will roll 2 ornaments in one bag, like this. Okay, there we go. And then I put it inside the bin. Now while I'm down here, my angels are also down here. All of my angels are being housed in one bin also, but I want to show you, to save, on storage and storage space, most of my angels are tree toppers, so they have all of that empty space in there. I take smaller ornaments or angels and stick those in there, and then store all of those, so that acts as a barrier also for things getting broken. And because my nativities are so precious to me, I would just be devastated if something got cracked or broken. So doing it this way for so long, like since the early 90s, some of my pieces in my collection have been around with me since I've been keeping house. So yeah, that's how I do it. And I think the key to protecting is not to overstuff. So I put the nativities there. There are only nativities in this box or this bin. And I just close it up. Again, it's not overstuffed, so it is actually closing and clicking. Over here, I have all of my angels, music notes, and Santa with a reindeer. And this one really has some more room in case I get another Santa. I'm just going to put him down like that. That's my new Santa that I got for Christmas. I didn't have any room in that other bin. I won't overstuff. I won't be pushing down, so if anything under there will break. And then I'll put this here, so we'll know that angels, music notes, and Santa with the reindeer are in this bin. Now, all of the ornaments have been taken off of my other trees in the house. I left these up purposely so you can see how I group my ornaments. This is the gold tree with white magnolia, so I'm going to take all of these ornaments off and show you how I house those. All of the gold ornaments are off the tree. I'm getting ready to house ornaments according to color, not necessarily type. I like to do all my metals. Before I was housing it in these 55-gallon drum liners. That worked really well for me. But because I have extra bins now, these are my older bins with the green lids, I'll be housing it according to color. Now before I close this bin up, I make sure I take all of my old hooks off and replace each bin with a brand new set of gold and silver hooks. This time of year you can find these for little or nothing, and I found these for free, so when I'm looking next year to start decorating, I already have these on hand ready to put on the tree. Up next are my red multicolor. Okay guys, this video is really helping me. I hope it helps someone else who has the same problem as the Frugalnista, and yes, I am considering it a problem. It is time to store away all of my white and bling. And whoever said I wasn't a bling girl, me, because I always say, I'm not a bling girl. Really, Vivica? Really, Frugalnista? Really? This is a crazy. Let me show y'all the extent of my white decoration before I started free finding. This little bin, this little compartment is what I used to house all of my whites in prior to about 3 years ago. Some of this, you know, Macy's, Dollar Tree I see in here. Yeah, so that's all I used to have for whites. But when I started free finding, pointing out free stuff, free star, free garland, free, elf free, tree free, this base free, this wreath free, and everything else on this table I paid pennies on the dollar because in 2015 I did a huge Big Lots after Christmas sale. And you guess what, guys? If nothing else, this video, doing it this way, made me think about not even attempting to go into Big Lots today. Because guess what? Today is probably their 90% off all Christmas merchandise. And I'm not doing it. I promise I'm not doing it. But now the task comes, it's time to store it. The red bins are not going to be a good fit for this look. After I purge, I think I'm going to try to fit everything in here. Some probably say, go back to just having that. Nah, I don't want to, because some of this stuff I like. Some of this stuff I really love decorating with. But it won't be able to fit in the red bins. So I'm going to put it in this big, I think it's 110, yeah, 110 quart. It's not red, but it's going to have to do until I find maybe a larger red one. So let's get ready to store all of my bling and white. Now this is what I have so far. I put all of the boxed items on the left side, everything that's still boxed up. I put these little bling antlers here. Oh, and I was going to show you these, guys. These are so good. The two that I tried, I didn't get a chance to use these just this year. I only used one. Guys, I used one on one of my L's, and we left it on while we were on vacation. Do you know when I came back, that thing was still on, and it still had juice in it up until like a week after. Really, really good battery life on the one that I tried. So if y'all see these next year at the Dollar Tree, grab those. But this is what I have so far. Everything in the bin. The little white my original white bin, I decided to put my magnolias, these white ornaments, and these mercury shatterproof balls here. So all of the ornaments are in here, with the exception of the ones that were not in a bag that I actually used this year, and they're just going to sit quietly like that. So I'll be able to close this if need be and still have more room. Another easy bin is the garland from my front porch, the staircase, and the fireplace. I just make sure that I don't put away anything wet. So this front porch garland has been sitting here, I think, a day now, and it's good and dry, and I will store that in a bin also. I was about to store my lights like I normally store them. It was just a big old thing of lights. What I did was I went in and purged. So another good thing about this vlog, it's made me really look at what I have. These are all shrub lights. Y'all seen the netting or the bush lights? I haven't used these. I think I used them once since we've been living here. So that's going to be, you know, going away. These are older lights. They still work, but I'm just kind of iffy about them because I kind of went in and changed lights. So those are going away. And these also are new lights, but they aren't in boxes. So this is what I have left. I purchased all of those lights last year or maybe the year before. I kept the original box. And as you can see, the lights are in there. I like the way we're storing that. These fairy lights, I just picked those up from Target. I have some snow ball lights, and I have these LED white lights, teardrop lights. I have so much room in this bin, so I'm going to fill other things in this bin also before I do a label for it. I actually found a few extension cords. I don't want my extension cords to be housed in the light bin. I need to just put those in my laundry room with my other extension cords. Over here, all my woodland creatures. But because I have more room to tuck other things in, I'll do a label showing what's exactly in each one of these bins. Closing the lid on my electrical lights, I was able to put some candy dishes in here, my mercury glass trees, and my cone trees. Next to this bin, my woodland creatures are in here with my reindeer napkin rings, and I'm recycling my snow from my cobblestone village to give it cushion. Still more room in there if I have to put anything in there, and I'll add to the list. Since I had more than enough room in my cobblestone corners and my train, I decided to put my white garland and wreath in here. Guys, I wrapped my cobblestone village just like I do, or I showed you how I did my nativity. And these have been in my possession since 2002, and doing it this way, I have not had a single crack or anything happen to the porcelain pieces. So that's another box down, and more than enough room still in here if I wanted to add something. Hey guys, almost finished, and I did want to share with you because I had a lot of questions on, I always get them on my Christmas videos because I do put up a lot of trees, but I usually store them in the same box. This is your best friend. Don't even bother with tape. I get this because, you know, I ship a lot of stuff. But just the shipping plastic, you can find that on eBay anywhere. You probably can get it from Staples. Just I rewrap my box. I keep my same boxes. And it works better than tape to me because sometimes it's hard getting your tree back in. But if you press and put enough pressure on the box like they do at the factory, you can, you know, make it look just like it's a brand new tree. So, yeah. Okay, doing this vlog style, I was able to run out to my local container store to try to find an artificial tree storage bag to house a few of my trees that I don't have boxes for anymore. Let's see what I find, guys. Okay, we are in the container store. They are having a good sale. Okay guys, these are on sale for $7.49. This is cheaper than Big Lots, and everything that I read online is a really good review of this. It's a container store, artificial tree storage bag, 30 by 60. And I think I'm gonna try to get 2 of these to see how I like these. Okay, I'm back home and it's a big bag. I think it's gonna work. And guys, like the review said online, this is more than enough room. Look how much room is left in this. This tree that I have is a 3-piece that you have to assemble, light it, 8-foot Christmas tree. I'm able to put the stand in here, and look, there's plenty of room in there And just to show you how much room is in here, I'm going to actually put these little topiary or boxwood trees. Look at that. They can go in there. And I'm also going to put these that I have in the little planters. I don't want these to get knocked around a lot, so what I decided to do is use some shrink wrap on them, and I'm going to stick these in here also. I just put a piece of paper in here letting me know what's in here, because by December I will not remember what I put stuck in this bag. It has the multicolor tree with the base and the tabletop boxwood trees. Yep, more than enough room in there for that, guys. While I was out at Big Lots the other day, I found one more red bin that I'm going to house all of my new items that I picked up. I was really good this year and only picked up a few items. They'll go in here along with the cat family, family ornaments, and Christmas pictures of the girls. Okay, guys, the last thing that you're going to see me organize or store upstairs will be my green ornaments and my tree picks. Before, I would just house them in my great big 55-gallon drum liners. Those are the green ornaments, my picks, and these I have never stored with this group, but I think that makes sense to group that with that, considering that it's green and they are tree picks. But it's been so fun doing this as a vlog because it is a definite learning curve. If I had not invested in so many bins, as you can see, I would definitely opt for these as my main storage way in my basement. These bags that I picked up yesterday from the Container Store, on sale for $7 and change, I think $7.49. Investing in a couple of bags like these, I could have housed all of my ornaments in my gallon bags and then transferred the gallon bags into this big bag and only had a few of the bins. I think that's a really good way to go because it's saving on space, it's saving on time, and it's saving on money. So it's a live and learn, it's a vlog. That's why I did it vlog style. I'm going to get ready to go downstairs now and finish up where I'm getting ready to store all of this. And I'll show you how it looks before I take it downstairs. Now, I know the holiday season is definitely over, but I am so glad I took the extra time to get everything organized. I wanted to show you how much space it does take. I actually store all of it in my basement. I had that question, where do I store it all? And it takes up this much room. I kind of lined it up against this door so you can kind of gauge how much it is. This year I was able to incorporate all of my Christmas tree items in my older bins with the green lids. I have one to grow. This one is actually empty. So I have room to grow. All of my Christmas pictures will be housed on top of these bins because I don't like anything to be able to get wet, just in case, God forbid, I have any problems in my basement, which I've never had, thank goodness. My little nutcracker will sit there. So glad to score these bags from the Container Store this year. And my new bins from Big Lots houses all of my collections. The only thing that I might change is this clear bin. If I can find a red bin, maybe. The OCD won't kick in too much because I'm not down in the basement enough for that to bother me. My Santas in my drum liners. These Santas that are in the box, again, I won't leave them on my concrete floor. They'll be housed on top of the plastic containers. And my trees that I decided to leave inside the box. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching my storage vlog. Let me know if you guys took a little extra time to store your Christmas items. It's so much easier when you're organized. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.